Yeah, and I think it's pathetic that this AJ Purpura guy, whatever this fucking assistant coach for the if you don't know who he is, I'm literally talking to everybody because nobody knows who the fuck this guy is. But yeah, I mean this guy doesn't need to be an assistant coach for a team. I mean, he literally needs to go straight to the fucking firing range and just learn the game. Like he doesn't need to be fucking coaching anything.
Yeah,
he doesn't need need to be asking for 1v1s, or in fact, don't even get over your head with shipment. Don't do that. Hit the firing range. You need to learn your fucking game because it's fucking pathetic. Like, shame on you for not knowing better. Everybody forward to 50 seconds on this video because I want this. I want to hear what you guys think about this.
Oh, when he's just snapping, you just want to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just
I saw that.
I mean,
how did he get the wall screen?
So what happens is somebody joins his lobby that has cheats, and they make sure to die to him, and then they can spectate him, and then their cheats will show what he's seeing. Like they can still see their own cheats. That's how you find out if somebody's cheating or not. You spectate them with the walls. That's the idea behind that clip.
Ah, I see. Interesting. That was smart.
Does that make sense? Is that pretty obvious to everybody? Yeah, it's pretty clear that that's cheating, right? So if you go under our recent video, Chris, like all the way at the bottom, there's this guy by the name of AJ Purpura. And I actually had to look this guy up. He's a CDL coach, assistant coach for the Minnesota Rokers, apparently. And he goes on, he brings up Symphony on his own accord. I didn't say anything about Symphony. The clip that I used in my video was Z-Laner. He didn't say anything about that. And he just goes out of his way to say that Symphony, Swag, and these other people are definitely not cheating. He says, I agree that most of the top 1,000 streamers are likely cheating, but actual top streamers are 100% not cheating. And he even goes on to say later on, like, oh, like I probably wouldn't watch clips like Call of Shame or something like that. And he kind of, at first he's nice, sort of, but then he kind of speaks from a position of like kind of authority on the matter that he thinks he has. And he's just an assistant coach for the Rokers. He's nothing important. I don't know if you're under my comment section, Chris, but you can see what he said.
Yeah, I see it here.
Yeah, and it's just like, don't you think, like, let me just put this phrase, don't you guys think it's an issue that there's somebody that's in the CDL or in that area that doesn't think that this is cheating? Isn't that a little alarming? Like,
it's mind-boggling.
Has he watched like just that? It's like, I just love to get a video reaction of him watching that video.
Yeah,
it's like it's impossible to say.
Well, he knew about Call of Shame though. I mean, he knew about these videos are everywhere. So, Chris, I just showed you one that's pretty obvious, but everyone's known this for a while. Like, people like me that have seen this don't dispute it. We just move on and we never watch that guy again. You know what I mean? There's not, like, I don't need to go further with it, but when somebody like this comes back and, like, doesn't think that that's cheating still, like, there's no way that this guy doesn't know that he's cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you even just watch the gameplay. Like, you don't even need the side-by-side comparison. Like, that's just blatant cheating right there. Like, the way he's snapping from target to target. And, I mean, you just see the wall. Like, I mean, you shot right through a wall to kill somebody who's just not even obvious.
That's not even, if I post this video, I'll put more clips in so people can see that there's, like, this isn't even the tip of the iceberg, but it's like damning. You know what I mean? There's more out there. I don't want you to have to watch everything to fucking get a gist of it. But like, this guy's funny though. What did he say here? He says, ask any top player if Symphony is cheating and they'll say no. This stuff you're saying is literally a litmus test on if you know COD or not. And brother, you failed. And he got all mad because I said that Formal wasn't kidding when he said that COD coaches are useless. He really didn't like that comment. And I said the embarrassment here is that assistant coach on a CDL team that looks over people's shoulders, like that are playing the game, doesn't know what cheating looks like. Like that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the state of Call of Duty right now, is that people
you have to really try to live in that bubble and like shield your eyes from everything.
Yeah, I mean, they're
crazy.
I was joking earlier with Daniel, but it's like there's a certain political party out there that tells you to ignore your eyesight, and that's kind of like what this bullshit is right here. You know what I mean? And I think these CDL players and people around the CDL probably look up to these streamers still, even though they're not considered the best players necessarily, because they make a lot of money, they have big followings, and they feel like they have to legitimize that or say that that's still real, even though even they probably know it's not. They have to. There's no way that clip is indisputable. And there's no way this guy doesn't think that they're cheating. And obviously, like, people are going to come to his aid, Chris, and say, oh, he's not cheating, like other big streamers like Tim the Tatman and all these other people. Like, obviously, they're going to say he's not cheating because they're friends with him. It's all a big fucking...
I mean, you can have their back and everything like that. And I'm not saying that they're not, like, take the hacks away. I'm not saying that they're not good players. But
right. I'm not saying that either. Yeah.
I mean, certain people, yes. I mean, but the top players like that,
yeah.
I feel like if you took the hacks away, I mean, I'm sure they'll do all right. But so that's why I don't understand it. Like, what's fun about it?
It's not fun.
It just doesn't click in my head. It's like, why wouldn't you just want to get, like, you're already good at the game. Like, is that what it is? Like, they're already to the point where it's just like, they think they need that to take their game even farther, but then
like nobody will watch them if they don't have that type of gameplay.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll post some.
The more you use it, the more insecure you are about your own gameplay, which kind of just speaks to you're probably not that good if you have to do that. Obviously, you can't stand for it, your own gameplay. So I don't know. I'm going to reckon to believe they're just as good as any one of us that has been playing for years. And there's no.
And I'll post a video of Chris, you playing. I mean, you're just incredible, and you've never cheated, and you have clips that are outrageous, and it's like I don't understand why they feel like they need to cheat. I guess they think they won't have any viewers if they don't play like that, but that's clear and obvious to anybody that plays the game that that's not legit. Anybody that's good, I should say. I think people that aren't that good think that might be real, like, oh shit, maybe somebody can get that good. But we know that that's not real. That's not how it really looks when you're aiming at people. It just doesn't. And what's funny is people think, oh, you just suck at the game. You're not good. And that's why you don't understand or something like that. Like, bad players will say this. That's what's so funny about the whole thing. But I'm not saying that you could never drop like 25 kills or maybe 30 kills in a Warzone game, although that's almost nearly impossible for anybody that's legit. But it's the fashion in which you do it. And I said this in the previous video. What they're doing does not look natural. I'm not saying you can't get quad feeds and all that shit. Chris, you do it all the time. But it doesn't look like that. And I know you're not cheating 1,000%.
It's clear as day. I mean, this isn't a question if it's cheating or not, or if your top streamers are cheating. A lot of them are confirmed to be cheating. Not all of them. Can't say all of them. You know, people want 100%. You know, if you throw it in their face and you don't see like the red boxes or whatever, they're just going to think you're lying until they see the red boxes. You're not always going to need the red boxes to know that somebody's cheating.
Yeah, I don't need to see the 2D radar, the red boxes, and the rat pedal to know that he's fucking cheating. I know I don't have to think too hard about it.
Yeah, when your aim assist is yanking like 180 degrees onto the guy that just rocked past you, yeah, you're cheating. I don't need to see anything else.
Yeah, when your barrel, this is the thing, this is the dead giveaway, Chris, and I know you've seen this too. When their barrel is yanking in the direction of the enemy, especially up close, that's the easiest way to tell. My barrel doesn't do that. That never happens with normal aim assist that's like at like 5%. It's not going to fucking just yank your body in the direction of an enemy player. It looks like the gun is leading the player. Like who's controlling who? Is the gun controlling the fucking player? Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I saw like something interesting the other day where it's just like, I've never really gone out and explored the Cronus website or anything like that, but this guy does. And he goes on there. He's like, it's so hard to even buy. Like to think that people aren't buying these. Like he's like, the people that think people aren't buying Cronuses, let me just go prove a point to you. He goes to the website, dude. They're sold out. They're like constantly sold out. Like you can't even buy them. They're sold out so often.
Chris,
so it's just like they're buying so many of them.
Yep.
To the point where it's hard to get one. Like that many people want them. It's just crazy.
And the thing about the Chronos, Chris, is the Chronos only fixes the jitter on your sticks to where it enhances the stock aim assist. But the reason that those are sold out, Chris, is because a lot of people play on console. They need the Chronos to cheat. It's not a PC. But what you just saw there with Symphony isn't just a fucking Chronos. That's aimbot. That's way more egregious. Chris, I'm sure we beat people all the time that have the Chronoses. I guarantee we run into them all the time and we don't even know because they're not that special. But what you just saw there was straight up fucking aimbot, and it's indisputable. And anybody that doesn't think that is just out of their fucking mind.
They're just wrong.
Yeah, and Alex.zip for the Minnesota Rokers, poor fucking Rokers. I mean, no wonder that team's fucking irrelevant. I mean, they got people like you on there that doesn't think this is fucking cheating. What the fuck are you good for? You don't need to be a part of a fucking CDL team. You need to be flipping burgers. Like,
what's he coaching?
Like, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Don't be worrying about.
He shows you how to go buy hacks online. Is that what he coaches? Or
I don't know, or he's complicit. And I don't think him or his team are cheating per se, but you're complicit in this, and maybe you just want to be just like this fucking guy, and you look up to him, so you think that oh, he can't possibly be cheating. Oh, the organization is too big. He can't possibly be cheating. That's bullshit. These organizations that sign people like Optic and FaZe,
it's almost like just like the first part of your video. It's almost like you think they like it because a multi-billion-dollar corporation that can't get it under control with some sort of anti-cheat software.
I don't believe
it's just hard to believe. It's just hard to
it
believe.
It absolutely is hard.
It really is. So you think that maybe they're in on it on the back end, or I don't know if they're getting a kickback on whatever hacks are purchased or whoever, so they allow it, and just a whole little side. They're double dipping and their hands and everything. Who knows? But it's just weird.
The shit runs deep.
The video of that guy that was talking about Activision's relation to cheaters or was cheating software or whatever. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was a Call of Shame video. That was just posted today. But I mean, this is a big old fucking cabal, and like apparently this is getting into the weeds, but apparently there's people on the inside of Activision that release the anti-cheat updates to the cheating software developers or whatever early. And Chris, this guy says that's a cheater, literally said that before the game was even downloadable, he literally had the update for the anti-cheat or for the cheat software to counter the anti-cheat. Like that's how deep this fucking shit runs. Like, and it fucking stinks. This COD cabal, I'm gonna call it, is just this is all these top streamers and even Activision, I think, in cahoots, and all their gameplay is there to pretend like everyone else doesn't know what they're doing. And I said this in the previous video, Chris, but it's like it's almost if to say, oh, everyone doesn't know what they're doing. Like nobody has ever played Call of Duty before. That's how we're this good. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? We've been playing for fucking 20 years. I know what a fucking rat looks like when I fucking see one. Like this is like I'm not fucking retarded.
It's nonstop gaslighting. Is all.
Yeah, all it is gaslighting, and yeah, I just think that's fucking completely ridiculous. Like.
And that's just where Call of Duty's come. It's like they just gaslight you into buying the game however they can. They get your $70 and spoon feed you, bundles in the shop that are cooler than anything you can actually earn in the game. And, they don't take care of it as much as they can. And it's funny because like I feel like, I shouldn't say most, but the majority of the hackers with like just aimbot and walls and everything, I feel like come from, they're playing Warzone most of the time. And that's just like where Activision and Call of Duty just caters to more now in general is just the Warzone side of things, and they just don't give a fuck about multiplayer
because it makes money.
Yeah.
And I think it's pathetic that this AJ Papora guy, whatever, this fucking assistant coach for the if you don't know who he is, I'm literally talking to everybody because nobody knows who the fuck this guy is, but. Yeah, I mean, this guy doesn't need to be an assistant coach for a team. I mean, he literally needs to go straight to the fucking firing range and just learn the game. Like, he doesn't need to be fucking coaching anything.
Yeah,
he doesn't need. He doesn't need to be asking for 1v1s, or in fact, don't even get over your head with shipment. Don't do that. Hit the firing range. You need to learn your fucking game because it's fucking pathetic. Like, shame on you for not knowing better. That sucks. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's.
I mean, it's loss of integrity,
Yeah, it's crazy. And like what's funny about this too is like, okay, like Chris, if like we were part of a CDL team and like we knew that the streamers were cheating and these guys are getting like a lot of views and even like way more than us, like but we're the real players, like isn't that a time where you'd be like you would want to call those people out because at least that you're legit and your PCs are
just
like this guy literally said in the comments
sent packing, I don't know.
Yeah, and this guy literally fucking said that, like, this is funny. He was acting like they I had to break this down to him because he doesn't realize this. He thought streamers had, like, PC integrity checks. And I said, no, they don't. Like, just because your players have integrity checks on their PCs doesn't mean that nobody from Activision is going to Symphony's house and integrity checking his fucking PC. That's never going to happen. That doesn't happen. None of these streamers have that. And the reason... and I don't think people understand this, but the reason that all these cheaters and these top streamers aren't outed as cheaters is because the minute you fucking walk into the FaZe house, you would get hit with a fucking NDA immediately. Like you're not going in there and looking under tables and seeing rat pedals and all this shit, and you're not going to come out and be able to say anything about it. That's why nobody says anything about it. They're all in cahoots. This is a big fucking cabal. This is a big fucking farce. Like honestly, like
the shit fucking stinks.
Yeah, it runs deep and it fucking stinks. Like anyway,
yeah, you almost think like Warzone's free to play, So is this their way of making money off of Warzone?
It's all about money.
That's a good point.
I mean, I know it's all about money.
I didn't even consider that.
You think about that. They don't make any money from people buying Warzone. They just, maybe that's the way to make a little bit more money off of it.
This is really funny, Chris. But so that the one, and I'll send you this video later if you want to even watch. But this kid that's on the inside that knows about the cheating, he says the only thing that Activision cares about is the unlock tools. You know, the tools to get all the weapons and all the battle pass and everything. They want to control that because that's what hurts them financially. But they don't actually care about everybody aimbotting and doing all this other fucking bullshit. They don't care about that.
They already got your money. You're in the game. You already bought it. They already got you for $70. They don't give a shit if you quit.
Yeah, it's pathetic. It really is. That's the state of Call of Duty right now, and it just pisses me the fuck off because it used to be such a respected title, and I don't know. There's just no integrity out there in California where this whole thing's fucking ran. I mean, there's just everybody out there just doesn't give a fuck. It's all just a money grab, and it sucks.
I mean, other companies know how to keep hackers in check and cheats in check.
Chris,
well, why can't
League of Legends,
the biggest game out there do it?
Yeah, League of Legends, Chris. I mean, that's like the biggest game in the world, I think, even potentially still. But it's like, did you ever wonder when you were mitting somebody if they were fucking cheating on you? That probably never even crossed your mind.
Never thought about can you hack in League of Legends? I didn't know it was possible.
I don't think so. Yeah. So I mean, some guy in the comments got pissed that I brought up bank security as an analogy, and it's a perfect fucking analogy. Security's always trying to stay ahead of these hackers. That's just a constant cat and mouse game.
Yeah, when there's a will, there's a way, and they don't have the will to do it because it's in their.
I mean, you just think I feel like in older Call of Duties, like if you log on, like I thought I read something about for a little while there, if you logged into, I don't know what old Call of Duty it was, but one of them, I mean, you were at risk. Like hackers were in there, literally could get your personal information from the game somehow. And so they're not doing that in the current Call of Duty. So they're keeping that in check. And you got to think it's all just a code. So, I mean, just enter something in that code to stop everything like that from happening.
Well, we talked a lot about how Activision needs to keep the community, or not the community, but the players in check. But I think even a bigger issue is the community itself not keeping the streamers in check. And to me, it makes me go a little stupid. Like I have to think really dumb just to kind of get into somebody's mentality of why they would just support something so blatantly obvious. But it's almost like they treat streamers like they're gods or something. Like they want to be the gods. They want the fame that they have. And if their world, the streamers' world, starts crashing down, then all of a sudden they're like, oh shoot, my favorite guy, my god, so to speak, has fallen, and it's like, where's my self-worth? It's all weird to me. So I don't know. That's just a theory. I can't even like.
Well, I think a lot of these people that are supporting him, Daniel, are cheating exactly like them, and they have to validate that. This is a big point I want to make. They have to say that gameplay is legit because you know what? When I sign on with my cheats, that's how it looks, and I want to make it. And so I need to validate the way. No, that is real. What are you talking? Snapping to people through walls? Yeah, you just suck at the game. That's how it is when you're good. So they have to say that that's legit because that's where they want to get to. Right? Because this is the thing I was saying earlier or in a previous video, is like all their gameplay looks the same. All these top streamers, if you ever look at why does it all look the same? They're all running around in the middle of the fields, wide open fields, not getting shot at. They know where to run magically. And it's just all very strange. They're all snapping everybody. It's not how we play the game. And we have great games where we win and we're the MVP and all this shit, but it doesn't look like that. And that's the point I'm making.
Yeah. It's just weird to me. It's just like,
it is weird.
It's a bunch of rats chasing other rats, and at the end of the day, you're all just rats. So I don't get why follow losers.
Clown show. Yeah, it's a fucking clown show.
Everything's built on lies. It's just, and everyone loves it apparently.
Because they all want to get on the in. They see them and they're like, oh, they're making all this money. I want to make a lot of money, so I need to validate that. That's really what it's about. Yeah, if you guys like the video, subscribe and comment, whatever. Do your thing. All right, see you guys.